My name is Faith, and today I'm going to be talking about the relationship between Leo and Scorpio, two fixed signs that are really deep. Um, so I'm a Leo, and I have a sister, an older sister who's a Scorpio, but basically I just want to talk about it in general, not just my point of view. And so first off, I'm going to be talking about Scorpios. So Scorpios are ruled by Pluto. They're very deep and intense and very mysterious. And they're also very sexually alluring, and there's something very aggressive about them. That's just the honest truth. Scorpios are, I believe, masculine energies. So Scorpios are, I just think they're so real, in my opinion. A lot of people hate Scorpios, but no matter what type of Scorpio you are, there's something about you that I admire, and it's because I have a rising sign in Scorpio, but there's something so intense. It's just like, how I see Scorpios is basically they are a series of a book, and once you're done with the first book, you want to read the second book. That's just how Scorpios are. Once you're done with the last page of a book, you have to read the second page, because that's just how Scorpios work. They're mysterious. Whether you feel like you know a Scorpio, you don't really know a Scorpio. And it'll take you the whole until the relationship to actually figure out what a Scorpio is really about. They have so many secrets, and there's something so hidden about them. It's because they're based off of the truth. And the truth can be so scary at times. The truth can be dark and disappointing. And sometimes the truth can set you free. And the truth is real. That's why I really like Scorpios. I was about to say Leo. I like Leos. Anyways, I'm a Leo myself. But what I'm really talking about is Scorpios here. So Scorpios are just real. And if you're the truth, you're real. And the way that they go about things can be very snake-like. They're just kind of like, if you're a Leo rising with a Scorpio sign, people are gonna notice the snake. But if you're able to have a water sign or earth sign and as you're rising and you're a Scorpio, people are not even gonna see you coming, really. But y'all have a way, and I just really admire that about Scorpios. Y'all are, and something I've always said about Scorpios, take it how you will, but I'm just being honest, Scorpios are the big, bad, ugly truth. And because you don't like it, it's just because sometimes you just don't like what is real. You just don't want to see reality. And I mean, I'm sorry if you've probably had a toxic Scorpio in your life, because that sucks. Anyone who has anyone on a low vibration in your life can be annoying. I get it. And most of the time people say that about Scorpios, but the Scorpios that I've come to meet, there's something so natural about them. Whether they're trying to be fake or trying to put up a lie in front of me, I always see through it, because at the end of the day, I have a Leo stellium and a Scorpio rising, so I see what's real. I know what's real. I know it's fake. But yeah, any Scorpio that's come away, there's something I admire about them, because let's just really get into detail. So Scorpios are, like I said, they're mysterious, and they're also a fixed signs. So when they have their mind set up on something, there's nothing else changing their mind. That's how it is. Also, they are was about to say something. I don't even remember what it was. But it'll come to me. I'm going to say it soon. But yeah, Scorpios are just very intense. When you have a Scorpio that loves you, you feel it. And when you remember them or miss them, you can feel their love and intensity from far away, no matter what. Like, Scorpios love. They're ruled, they're water signs. So water signs are ruled by emotions. And I feel like Cancers and Pisces are just not, they're lighthearted. And the Scorpio is not. They're like, they remind me of the bottom of the ocean. They're just like dark. There's something there. Whether you want to know it's there or not, it's there. Deal with it. And I don't know. They just say what's on their. They are just savages. I think they're like the fire signs of all the water signs, if that makes sense. They're just so real and intense. And they're ruled by emotion, so when they say it, they mean it, and it's coming from a subconscious point of view. It's coming from the truth of the truth. And I don't know. I just love how deep they are, and their love is so real. And when they don't like you, they really don't like you. They really, and based off my experience, I don't know a Scorpio who won't say that they don't like you when they don't like you. Like, a Scorpio, when they don't like you, they'll show it. And even if it's on accident, it's going to be there. Because, like I said, it's a fixed sign. So, once it's there, it is there. It is permanent. So, if a Scorpio doesn't like you, you'll get the vibes. Unlike a Libra. Unlike a Libra. So, there's some Libras I like. But, yeah. Scorpios are incredible in my opinion. They can be very like stubborn. They're one thing I remembered is that the one thing I forgot just a few seconds ago, they're ruled by power, and because they're water signs and they're ruled by emotion, when it comes to power, their heart is driven on power. Their mind is driven on power. They like to be in powerful positions. They like to be in control. They're like dominating. They're basically the dominatrix of all the signs. They're very sexual and very powerful and controlling. Like, that's just, those are 3 things you should know about a Scorpio. I don't think there's anything else. There's nothing else to really say. They are just like the dominatrix of the signs. In a way of that, it's just so funny to me. And if you know Benito Skinner, the character Slade, Slade or Shade. Right now I can't remember off the top of my head, but Slade is literally all Scorpios. And it is just so funny to me how they are, and the fact that they're just like these type of creatures where they're just like scorpions, how they like crawl up to you and you're like, and that's just who they are when it comes to love, disliking you, whatever, hate, or just in general, like, Scorpios aren't really there for lighthearted and empty relationships. It's either they really love you or they hate you. They hate. I just don't think Scorpios like small talk. It's just not their thing. They're into deep conversations. They want to know, like, what's really haunting you. What's the truth? What's the truth here? They're just all about the truth. And as a Leo, I respect that. I care about what's going on for real, for real. I don't really here for fake stories. And the way they kind of have a pessimistic view about them, which is a little sad, but nonetheless, they're real. And then Leos Leos are so positive. I'm just talking about my point of view, my perspective, because I'm a Leo. Say what you want based off of me saying that about myself, whatever. But basically, Leos are ruled by the sun. And Leos, you know, they tend to look at the cup half full. So Leos are very optimistic, super optimistic. Sometimes it can lead them some places. And then Scorpios, they can be realists, if that makes sense. So Scorpios look at reality, and they look at the dark side of reality, and like, it is what it is. They kind of just notice that, if I could pick up a vibe of Scorpios, it's like the Black Plague, and how the Black Plague is actually a scientific sickness, and how it's what happened. So these are the facts. So, and I mean, it may be dark, but this is what happened. Like, that's how I feel Scorpios are. And Leos are like the aftermath of the Black Plague. I don't know. It's like, oh my gosh, we have come so far. We, as humanity, we have defeated the Black Plague. Anything is possible. We can really do this. Humanity probably won't ever see sickness again. And if so, we will find a vaccine or a cure. It's just like, that's how Leos are. So they'll always look at the best option. They'll always be overly positive. And in my opinion, just as Leo, we're just being positive, not overly positive. But yeah, I think Leos are also very deep as well. As much as they love to be positive, when they love, it's from a very deep place. And when it comes, it's endless. Like, when a Leo loves, it's endless. It's so deep. Leo's love can be so deep, and they're dramatic. So when it comes to love, it is the most dramatic type of love. And Scorpios are also very intense. So a Scorpio has a very intense side of love. So when it comes together, it comes to be like love. Like, the way I just acted just now is just how I just see it. I don't know. It's just like two deep sides of love coming together. Or if it's hate, this is like, you are my freaking enemy. Like, there's no lightheartedness. You are my enemy at the end of the day. And because they just have two very distinct and intense characters, you really just notice it. It's really weird. I've never had a Scorpio. I've never just seen a Scorpio as my enemy, so I've always just had this natural approach towards Scorpios, and where I just get them. At times, it's just like a Scorpio kind of humbles me down, where I feel like I can talk about some of the sad times or the bad times with them. Out of all the signs, a Scorpio is someone who I trust to talk about the hard times. I mean, a Scorpio can sometimes flip it, reverse it, Missy Elliott vibes, and throw it at you, but like, I just haven't really dealt with that from a Scorpio. And so that's why I like Scorpios, because I mean, as much as people say what they will about Scorpios, I just haven't had that approach, because I have water and earth in my chart. So I don't know, I just haven't had that type of approach or relationship with a Scorpio. But yeah, I just think that they're really cool, and the Leos are just all about good vibes, good intentions, and when you put those together, it can be a very deep sense of happiness and passion. And it could be really passionate about anything, as long as they come together and channel that energy to something. No matter what it will be passionate. Like, an example of that is Kylie Jenner and Tyga, like, he's a Scorpio and she's a Leo. So when they come together, the way that the public viewed them, there was so much passion and intensity towards their relationship because, I mean, she's so young and... Anyways, you get the point. Like, the vibes are very passionate and intense, whether you really like them together or you cannot freaking stand them together. But yeah, so yeah, I just think that Leos and Scorpios are just so interesting together. I think any fixed sign together is just something to look at, where it's just like, this could go really well or really bad. And yeah, it just all depends on what's more dominant in your chart, whether it's water, earth, or fire, you know, whatever's most compatible to work out, whatever's not the most compatible. I mean, it is what it is. So yeah, I just think that a Leo and a Scorpio can have such deep conversations. Like, I know for myself, me and my sister Scorpio, we have deep conversations. Any Scorpio that I've talked to, we always have a deep conversation, and it could be radical as well. They're open enough to go there. Although they're fixed, they're open enough to go there. I think Leos and Scorpios are, you know, Leo, Scorpios, and Aquariuses are so open-minded to have that conversation. I think Tauruses are a little close-minded, so they won't really have that deep of a conversation. It'll probably be not that deep. But yeah, they're just so open-minded where it can go there and it can be intense as you would want it to be. Like, they are the ones who have late night conversations and you won't forget that. Like, you just won't forget that one time, you know? So, yeah. Ooh. Yeah, and that's all I have to say. There probably will be a part 2 to this, like I said about Leo and Aquarius. It's because I just have a lot to say. But once I'm on that level to talk about it, once I've found out more to add on, there definitely will be a part 2, enough to make a whole video about. But yeah, that's all I have to say about Leo and Scorpios, is that in total that they are very deep and intense, passionate signs together. And that's if there's an understanding of each other where they both can see the bigger picture. That's where it's going to come from. And if they're both shallow signs, then I don't even know. I think it would still be a deep relationship, even if both of the signs might be shallow. But I just think that Leo on her own are very deep. Is very deep. And I think Scorpios are very deep and intellectual themselves. So I think when it comes together, no matter what, if they're materialistic or not, it'll probably be really deep. So that's all I have to say. Like I said before, please subscribe, because there's definitely going to be more astrological, spiritual videos, and probably some tarot cards as soon as I get my tarot reading. As soon as I get my tarot cards in the mail, there's going to be some readings, and yeah. But yeah, leave a comment down below if you feel like there's something that I missed or something that you think I should have said, and I can talk about it with you in the comments down below. So yeah, that's all I have to say, and